Hey guys, Pokemon Sun video number 45. In the last video we defeated, I don't like to use the term defeated in those situations. We completed Acerola's trial, and we completed Route 15 as well. We had started Route 15 in the video before, or like 2 videos before, and didn't finish because we couldn't get past the rocks that were in the water. But in the last video we got Sharpedo registered to our right pager, so now we can get past the rocks that are in the water. So yeah, finished up Route 15 except for one trainer, which we are going to come back and battle right now. And then once we battle this trainer, we will continue on where we left off there on Route 16. But this here is that trainer, you know, that trainer who says, "Oh, beat everyone else and then come see me." So yes, please. So this is one of the trial guides that, the trial guides that usually meet you at the entrance to the trials. But this time, she's a trainer as well. So she sends out a Klefki, which is Fairy/Steel. That being said, Bullet Punch will be neutral here. Draining Kiss will do a lot of damage because I think both of Poe's types are weak to Fairy, Dark and Fighting. I think they're both weak to Fairy. So I'm going to get Poe out of there and send in Geico. Fairy type moves won't do much to Geico. But Geico's Flame Burst will do a lot of damage to Klefki. Uses Mirror Shot, which again doesn't do that much. I'm learning that Geico's typing is actually kind of a awesome typing. Fire and Poison. I cannot think of another Pokemon off the top of my head who has that same typing, other than, what it evolves from. So yeah, I really like that typing. Really, the only thing that Geico is like really weak to is Ground. But if there's a Ground type Pokemon, I'll just switch. So now she sends in Skarmory. I wonder if she was the old trial guide for Mullane, or whatever that guy's name was. Remember the guy who used to be the trial captain of Mount Halukani? I don't even know why I'm trying to say that name again. But he was a Steel type trainer, and both of her Pokemon are Steel types. So I'm wondering if she was his old trial guide. Was there a trial guide for that trial? I don't believe there was. Or was there? I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe he was the trial guide. So this thing gonna use Corkscrew Crash, and it's not very effective. It still did a lot of damage, but it's not very effective. Flame Burst. Bam. So as you can see, I put Drowsy in my party now. Spinarak evolved into Ariados, so Ariados. That's probably I don't know how you say it. Ariados. Spinarak evolved into Ariados. So I think Ariados sounds better. It's just easier to say. It just falls out of the mouth easier. Ariados. Better than Ariados. I don't know. Anyway, he evolved into Ariados. Spinarak evolved, so he's in the box now, and I took out Drowsy. So that Drowsy can evolve. Drowsy will evolve into Hypno starting at level 26. So yeah, that's going to be the next Pokemon that I try to evolve. Gonna run in here to the Pokemon Center, talk to everyone. You know how I have to do that. Sure. So this person wants me to find a Mimikyu. That's probably going to end up being... Hello? That's probably going to end up being, I don't know what just happened. Like, I couldn't hear my voice anymore. But that's probably going to end up being a video that I do for the after game. Just going around and catching the Pokemon that these people will like pay me to go catch. So, what do these people have to say? So there's 3 Spindas. They both like a different one, which means there's one Spinda there who is just not loved. I'll love that Spinda. TM81X Scissor. Ooh, that's a good physical bug type move right there. You have to crawl underneath a little trailer to go get that one. I'll level up. I guess that levels up your Pokemon. That sounds about right. I'll level up. Level up. Level up. Order up. Level up. Bleh. I still need to do a Pokepelago video. I have not done one yet. Like, not even like in what I've played ahead so far. I have not done a Pokepelago video, and I need to. The Pokepelago is pretty cool. I like it a lot. This guy sends out Charge Bug. Poe now knows Body Slam instead of Slash. He's probably known it for a while, but I just now like picked up on that fact. Charge-a-Bug, yeah, I was gonna say Charge-a-Bug typically it gives pretty good experience for defeating it since it's it has decent defense and it's an evolved form, so that's cool. It's gonna send in Muck next, which is Poison and Dark. This was a mistake right here. I totally forgot that it was a Dark type also, which is why I sent in Scabbers, and then I remembered that it is actually Poison and Dark, so I went ahead and had Scabbers use his Z move here. Even though Scabbers can't use Catastrophica anymore, it can still use its Z move off of, like, basing it on Volt Tackle. So that Gigavolt Havoc still does a lot of damage. It's just not really the same as Catastrophica. I think those Z moves that are like specific to one Pokemon, I think they do like a little bit more. Like, I think they like maybe raise the stat while they're using it or something like that. Yes, I've been collecting these. Oh, remember Senna called me like a long time ago and said to meet him at their little lab on Route 16. So here we are on Route 16. Okay. And they're just leaving. So were they literally just hanging out here until I got here? And look, there's the little Aether symbol back there. I was gonna say, this looked a lot like the trailer that Team Aether had on Route 8. And just Senna and Dexio are here. So I wonder if they're part of Team, or the Aether Foundation now. But you know what, I might as well assemble a Zygarde. Well, I don't have a Zygarde, so I'm gonna have to use the cube only, I believe. Yes. I know. I just assembled a Zygarde, guys. So Zygarde 10% form. Okay. Because, see, I had read about, like, the 10% form, 50% full, and all that, and I was wondering, like, well, how do you determine, like, what form it is, or how do you switch from one to the other? But I guess it just depends on how many of the cells and cores you've collected. So, if you've collected, like, at least 10%, then I guess it becomes this here 10% form. And, then I guess once you collect at least 50%, then you can, turn it into its 50% form. And the 50% Zygarde form is, I believe it is the 50% form that is like the legendary Pokemon that you find in like the games for Kalos, that you find in X and Y. The Zygarde that you go catch in those games is the 50% form. So there's one out there that's even stronger. Okay, so here we are in Ula'ula Meadow. Ula'ula Meadow. Defeat all the trainers in this meadow. Of course, there always has to be someone that we can't battle until we've defeated everyone else first. What is a golfer doing in this meadow anyway? Seriously. I don't know if you heard that little ping right before I went up to that Zygarde core, but that means that there is a that was a photo opportunity there. I'm not going to really take the photos right now. I've taken enough photos already. So this is Dancer Merrill sent out Oricorio. So that's the fire type. So I mean, Bullet Punch won't do much against the fire type. This isn't a very good matchup for me. I'm going to send in Scabbers. Oricorio, you know, is also a flying type, so Discharge should do decent damage to it, and it did. It was very decent damage. Scabbers grew to level 40. Aragog to level 40, Hedwig to 41, Drowsy to 18. Jeez, everyone just leveling up on this one. So Drowsy's got 8 more levels before it evolves into Hypno. Get that red nectar dough. I don't know what the red nectar does, honestly. Remember we got the pink nectar back there in the Royal Avenue? And look, there's an item there. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a repel here. A super repel. It lasts longer than repel. I like how it says that, like it's the last sentence of its description. It lasts longer than repel. A repeat ball. That's what you use to catch a Pokemon that you've already caught before. I know I had talked about trying to catch a Pancham, like another Pancham, to trade to that girl in Melee City for the Happini. So maybe I will do that. Because otherwise, I'm not sure where you can catch a Happini. I mean, I know where you can. I know, like, there in Howley City, that if you encounter a Pichu, I believe that a Pichu can potentially call a Happini as its like battle ally, but I don't know what the percentage is of that happening. And basically, you have to find a Pichu, and then you have to hope that Pichu calls a Happini. So the chances are pretty slim of a Happini showing up that way. Pancham's got a 10% chance of showing up, meaning 1 out of every 10 wild encounters will be a Pancham. Even though I think when I went looking for my Pancham, that ratio was a little bit lower. I don't think. Because I was there for a long time and only saw 2 Pancham the whole time. I'm pretty sure I ran into more than 20 wild Pokemon. But nevertheless, the math tells you that Pancham should show up more often than a Happini in the wild. So if you want to catch a Pancham, trade it for a Happini. And if you do it that way, the Happini will grow quicker. All of that because I found a repeat ball. And I might just catch a Pancham with that repeat ball. I might go and catch a, see if I can catch a Haunter as well. I know you can catch Ghastly there at Holy Cemetery. And I don't know, maybe you can catch Haunter there at that supermarket. The Thrifty Mega Mart. I might go back there and catch a Haunter, then try to trade it to that guy in that one Pokemon Center for the Grappler. And one of these days, I will check the GTS again to see if anyone traded me a Boldore for my Boldore, to see if it evolved into a Gigalith. So anyway, this person here hold on. This person took down, or we took down this person's Sneasel, and now she has a little koala bear. Alright. Moving right along. So I think that was everyone in this meadow. So we can go back to that golfer guy and see if he'll battle us now. I don't think... There was only like 3 people here, other than him. Yeah, there was that little ping again for the photo spot. I'm using a super repel here again, even though I don't think I'll be going through the flowers anymore. So, this guy uses a flame orb, which I believe burns you. So usually if you're holding like a flame orb or a poison orb or something, it's because you're trying to like make the other person hold it so they get like burned or poisoned or whatever. So we'll see how this guy handles it. So something tells me that Hariyama probably knows something like fling, in which they fling the orb at you, causing you to get burned. But he didn't use it, so he just got burned himself, so that's great. Psychic. Whoa. So it takes 2 Psychics to knock out the Hariyama. The knockoff almost knocked out Raichu. And Poe's at level 40. Next is Alakazam. Alakazam's probably going to outspeed anything that I have, so I might as well use Poe. I'm not sure what Alakazam can do to Poe, unless it has like a non-psychic type. But no, Body Slam's enough for Alakazam. It's just a normal type, but with Poe's high attack and Alakazam's low defense, that is basically all that was needed. So this guy gives us a Flame Orb, which I will probably never use because I don't really have attacks like Fling and stuff like that, so yeah, probably won't ever use it, but hey, you know, it's nice to have. I feel like that could be really like useful in competitive battling, but I don't even know. I don't know if I've really seen people use that. But anyway, we finished up Route 16 and the meadow, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. See you next time.